I don't know.
Thank everybody.
Delicious view.
For Warlow, the police staff was told yesterday that he will not run, and Hatfield has talked with Senate Majority Leader Bob Dole.
In fact, he does say that he's leaving is going to be a tremendous loss. He's been a mainstay. He's been a walk with the dog around here on fiscal issues for a long time. And he has every right, to spend some years outside politics, too.
Publicly, Hatfield has given no clues. His press secretary told the news channel last night he could change his mind at any time. If he does choose retirement, it will end a political career that spanned 44 years. Started in the State House, moved through the governor's office, and on to a 30-year run in the Senate. Of course, we will get forward, as we do later this morning. The news channel will bring you live coverage of Senator Hatfield's announcement from Silver, Oregon. That's set to begin around 11 o'clock this morning. And we're set to go to traffic.
236 Southeast 76.
Hi, Christine. Hi there. How are you? Good. Good. How are you? I'm going down with Billy.
Right, hey, it's Dave Robertson with Hatfield. How's it?
Hey, fine. How are you?
Say, are you working on this sourcing area provision? Senator's going to be at a Republican fundraiser tonight. 9 o'clock. Slave Court.
Good morning, is Mel there? I have Edie for her. She's not in.
Hi, Chris Brown.
Hi, Doug Paul. Doug Paul's got his video camera out.
What are you doing today, Chris Brown?
I'm going to watch a Silverton Hospital dedication. Do you want to say hi to the office?
This is Doug Bauer, or Dave Bauer.
Hi, Dave Bauer on the phone. Steve and
Should
Sue.
we take you, make sure?
And here are some boxes that we brought.
Edie just called. Matthew will have an updated room.
Hi, DC office.
Okay, wait, Chris.
Oh, no.
Hi, Christine.
Hi,
Hi,
Doug.
DC office.
Hi, DC office.
Wave, okay.
Wave.
Okay,
Well, I
bye.
didn't get away.
I think you'd have this for...
The office.
Hi, DC.
Hi.
You're really
big
recording. You are really recording.
Hi.
DC.
How
Will
are
you or
you?
won't he? Ooh. We're so nervous. Oh, the children are excited. The anticipation is going on.
Now we're on the bus to go over to the dedication.
For the hospital dedication, I do not know why all these television cameras are here. There must be something else going on.
Listen, I'm looking for some work back there. I wondered if anybody, had anything for me, maybe a press secretary job. I hear Julie's leaving, so they really miss all you guys back there, except for Doug Paul, Chris Brown. Laying odds. I'm running again. And I think I'll be proven right. Thank you very much. Here's my, this is Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
Looks a lot like her brother.
Everybody in Washington, D.C., very good to see you. Miss y'all. My thoughts are with you, and I hope that everything goes well in the next year. It's not fun finding a new job.
Sorry. Miss all of you guys very much. What, I was supposed to talk louder? Shut that thing off.
Hi, Chris Brown.
Hi, Doug Paul.
Hi.
Jordan Pictures.
Hi. Hi, Amy. Hi, Chris.
We feel like we're coming to a funeral.
As we look back in a historical perspective, his choices, his decisions have turned out to be the right ones. Now, as a candidate for the Oregon House of Representatives myself, And if I am fortunate enough to be elected to that office, I can think of no greater role model than Senator Mark Hatfield. I am proud to call him my senator. I am privileged to call him my friend. Thank you.
Who advanced the cause of medical research in many ways. Our Senator, Mark Hatfield, received the Mary Lasker Award for Public Service just a few months ago. He continues to believe that medical research represents the future and hope for us all. He is Oregon's senior senator. He is Oregon's only senator. He is truly a friend of healthcare, and I'm proud to say he is a friend of ours, Mark Hatfield.
Option A for Antoinette. Bill Winter and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mayor, friends, neighbors, you don't know how good it is to be back here in Silverton, Oregon, which is one of my hometowns that I claim at least. To hear and to see this marvelous development that has occurred through the quality of leadership, through the dedication of spirit, through the neighborliness of people living together and realizing their needs and doing something about it. I might add, and no public money. Ladies and gentlemen, this facility truly represents the generations of advance in medical care. I suppose you could say that the real frontier of medical treatment was our homes, literally where we live. Hospitals originally were very informal affairs. Homes were converted into hospitals. In fact, the word hospital comes from the Latin word hospitalitas, which means house of guests. And I think it's very significant that in Silverton, Oregon, where logging was the main enterprise in that early period of this history, and not only early history, it was the major enterprise, mill accidents caused injuries too serious to be treated at home. You had the problems of people being crushed by falling trees, by rolling logs. And thus in 1914, during World War I period, the Silver Falls Timber Company and the Silverton Lumber Company jointly contracted with Clarence Keene, MD, to become the mill doctor. And that was the first beginning of medical practice here in Silverton. He was known as Old Pills and Iodine by the mill workers. And Dr. Keene did what he could and brought patients into his own home who were of serious concern medically, and that saved a trip to Portland or to Salem, because those trips of such serious character usually resulted in death for the patient. But in 1918, property was purchased on North Water Street, remodeled and converted into a hospital with 15 beds. Patients could expect the following kind of treatment: turpentine compresses, whiskey, hot camphorated oil, chicken broth, and soap suds enemas. The early hospital didn't save lives at this point. Patients who didn't die from the shock of surgery often died of post-operative infections. In fact, I can remember my grandmother, who had remembered as a child the assassination of President Garfield. And the interesting thing is that President Garfield was shot by the assassin in June 1881, but he did not die until September. He did not die of the bullet wound. He died from the doctors probing for the bullet, which had never crossed their mind about washing their hands before probing for the wound and using so-called instruments. That was typical of that period of time. Hand washing was a new idea, but it did not become commonplace in surgery until the late 1800s. And Dr. Keene's practice started many years before the discovery of penicillin, which today is our major tool for combating infections. Today's frontier in medicine is what we would call, like Silverton, community-based facilities that focuses on treating people and sending them back to their loved ones to recover. The Silverton